Hey, my name is Bryan Reeves with a Y, Bryan with a Y, and I am in Calabasas, California today where it is hot. I want to address resentment. Have you ever resented anybody or anything or situation or experience? I bet you have. We resent and we project out this angry feeling, this angry experience that we're having. We're projected onto the world around us. And I started to have this experience recently where I was resenting a project that I was a part of. I was resenting the person who was running this project. And, when I realized there's had nothing to do with the person running the project. It had everything to do with me not being honest with myself, that this was not a project I was excited to be a part of. It's like any relationship resentment I've ever experienced in the past had nothing to do with my partner or how she was showing up, but rather I wasn't being honest with myself about the experience. I was projecting anger at my own choices out on my partner and blaming her or whoever for what they're doing, but that I'm choosing to keep showing up for. And if you experience resentment, you probably fall into one of these three categories. You're either a people pleaser, which I can relate to, right? You just want kind of people to be happy around you so you can be liked. Or you're a service martyr, which I can also relate to, which is where you just sort of sacrifice yourself and you want to show up for other people, but in that process you don't take care of yourself and you ignore the signs in your own body, your emotional wisdom, your embodied wisdom, and just your own desires and dreams and hopes, and you ignore all those for the sake of taking care of someone else's, right? Service martyr. Or you're a conflict avoider. Again, I can relate to that too. Anger can be scary. We live in a world that doesn't really know how to do conflict well. So there's a lot of us that are conflict avoiders. We end up projecting out resentment at other people because they can't read our minds. They can't really see what's going on with us because we're not telling them, or we're not communicating it in an effective way, or maybe we're communicating it but in ways that they can't hear us. And in some cases maybe we have communicated a lot what our experience is, and that this situation isn't working for us, but that person keeps showing up in the ways that we're not happy with, or we're resenting, or we're angry about. And in that case, it reminds me of a story that Byron Katie tells. If you walk into a yard where there's a dog and that dog bites you, the dog bites you. But if you walk into that yard a second time and that dog bites you, then you bit yourself, because that dog bites and you knew it. And it's okay if you want to hang out in a yard with a dog that bites, but then just get used to bleeding a lot. So I just want to leave you with this awareness that if you're feeling resentful towards a person, a situation, a thing, you're probably not being honest with yourself about your real experience in this. And it's time for you to get real with that. You can't be honest with other people if you're not honest with yourself. And as always, I'm talking to me. So I hope that's helpful. My name is Bryan Reeves. Leave a comment below the video. I'd love to know what this inspires in you and what you do with this information. Have fun out there.